It's great to
Hi
have you on
everyone.
this evening.
Yeah, hi. Hello.
Excellent. And our welcoming guest will be asking Alexander, and help me to ask Alexander, is Nick from Harmony.1 Protocol. Nick, it's great to have you on our anime session as a guest too. Welcome.
Hello, guys. Hello, Sasha. Hello, Eugene. Thank you for your warm introduction. Actually, this was amazing. I feel like I'm in a box competition right now, but I don't think we will go this way. Actually,
Yeah,
just I
something
want,
like
yeah.
come as a go as on speaker as Singapore City. It seems that we are like an unboxing match with such an MC. Yes, that's my report
Yeah.
card.
Eugene,
So,
but
so, gentlemen,
okay, we are live.
welcome
We
to
are
the
live.
MA session. We have up to 60 minutes for answering the question from the audience from Nick to Alexander. So Alexander, you will be the main answering person today. So first
Okay.
of all, I would love to ask you again for our viewers to introduce yourself and your project. What is Envelop? What does it do? Alexander, start please.
So, ENVELOP, it's a cross-chain toolset. So it's a composable project from protocol itself. We got now it in beta version launched Oracle. The first MVP will be close in this December and indexed. And all this together is binded by token NIFTSY. We offer different solutions for NFT projects from marketplaces, games to DeFi projects, marketplaces of liquidity, and even we can offer such solutions like for decentralized derivatives in mid and long term. To say shortly, we can add to current formats of NFTs, new functionality, new value, new insurance to their value due to wrapping and other features of our protocol at current stage.
Excellent.
And
Okay. And Nick, I would love to introduce yourself to our audience. What is Harmony? Is that the blockchain of layer one? What does it do? And more important, how are you may be related to envelop decision to wrap NFT? What is the connection, the great connection between these essences? Nick, do you hear us?
Sorry, I'm muted. Thank you, Eugene, for this great question. Actually, just Harmony One is layer one protocol. It's a fast and secure blockchain with 2 seconds transaction finality and the way more lowest fee at Ethereum. Just we already EVM compatible. We can run just Ethereum applications very fast and cheap, as I mentioned. And what Harmony doing right now, guys, it gives a huge grant program and looking for amazing projects supporting NFT, supporting GameFi, supporting DeFi, and other supporting DAOs, just those hot trends. And for us, Envelop right now is one of applicants, I think, probable applicants, but actually just this is my personal understanding about our connection right now. Just and I'm grateful to Alexander that we had met recently, and currently we are in connection and discussing some interesting points to connect and maybe to cooperate in the nearest future.
Yeah,
Thank you, Eugene.
Yeah, great. Thank you for that introduction. Now I understand more that today we have, for our audience, I explain one more. We have Alexander from Envelop. The guys are been making a tool for wrapping NFTs to making a collateral-based NFTs. That's a great thing, a very unique thing, maybe used in different, many different cases. And Nick from Harmony is the blockchain protocol. And because Envelop works with different blockchains, we will inevitably ask Alexander about because Envelop is cross-chain solution, we'll ask about the Harmony cooperation. But first of all, I would love to ask our audience, please send your questions. I see a lot of questions in the chat. It's great. Of course, we will answer every question. So first of all, Nick, let's start with you. You've explored Envelop solution as well. You do understand exactly what the guys are doing. So do you have questions for Alexander from the Harmony point of view? Ask all the questions from Harmony to Envelop. It's going to be very interesting to listen to your questions.
Yeah, actually, Eugene, I need to just I need to mention first that all the question I'm asking on my own actually right now, because I'm doing my own research. And yeah, first of all, I wanted to hear from Alex. What was the decision behind to unite Oracle, Marketplace, NFT minting in one platform, and how is it different right now just to among others NFT marketplaces? Just maybe what are benefits of using Envelop for other NFT creators or even marketplaces, but we will go to the audience mentioned in one of the website charters. But let's start with this simple question, I think.
Okay, the main thing that we are not marketplace and don't even to be a marketplace. We just offer solutions for marketplaces which can enrich their functionality in terms of wrapping. So wrapping for creators can give the simplest advantage is on-chain royalties. So we can set up that royalty can be paid through years on every transaction made with an asset, never mind where it is sold on a marketplace or just transfer from wallet to wallet or any other transaction. So the royalty will be sent to the person who wrapped the NFT or to the wallet which was indicated to receive the NFTs. Also, now we are working on the concept of multi-NFTs, or multi-royalties, when we can select several wallets to receive royalties. So, for example, if we speak about more complex situation when we got a kind of a creator issue of these assets and a marketplace where they are sold, so we can split this royalty in 3 parts according to their agreements. And for marketplace, it's a good thing because also they can be unconditional receiver of royalties. For example, if a user wraps on their platform their NFTs, we can set up, for example, that a marketplace will get 5 or 10 or 2% of royalties, which are selected by the creator. And this way, marketplace can solve the problem when assets leave their marketplace and there is fewer incomes. But despite this, they will receive royalties, and this I think will be a good additional income for each marketplace.
Excellent. Nick, are you satisfied with the answer, or you have additional questions?
Well, actually, just I'm satisfied, but just probably for our viewers, just maybe Alex can summarize 1, 2, or 3 main advantages among of others to join the Envelop.
Let's start from creators or any B2C users, any owner of NFT, any person. So our protocol is able to work with any NFT. The first advantage is that the person, while wrapping the NFT, can give its a value, so he can put inside assets or set up economics inside this NFT. For example, that on every transaction, our protocol will charge from a seller a portion of tokens and put inside the collateral of this NFT. Thus, the price of NFT will grow on every transaction. I mean, basic price and floor price. So it will be a kind of insurance, so that any other person who will buy this asset will be insured for this minimal price. And we saw a lot of NFT tokens dumped hardly during spring after the hype. So we will hedge these assets by the collateral which is inside, and any owner of NFT, if conditions let, can unwrap it and get this insurance from the inside, and original NFT as well. The second advantage for these users is that he can set up royalty and get passive income on every transactions made. For example, he can set up that the NFT is wrapped for 5 years, and during this period he will receive royalties according to number of tokens he has selected. And also now protocol will add to select token which will be put inside collateral and paid as a royalty. So users are not obliged only to use NIFTSY token. So when we, for example, integrate with platforms or any other projects, they can increase the utility of their tokens that they can set up. That their token will be put inside collaterals and paid as a royalty. This is also one more reason. If you say about marketplaces and other projects, as I said, we increase the utility of their tokens. We also give them passive income in current stage. Especially if we focus on gamify projects, we can enrich game mechanics by collateral. So the simplest example can be that inside the collateral can be several assets, and each asset can stand for one characteristic of a character: power, speed, stealth, and so on. And the more tokens inside, the more powerful hero is. And for game creators, it also can be a good additional selling point that they can sell special ERC20 or any other BEP20 tokens, which stands for power, for stealth, for strength, and sell them to the users. And the users can drop these tokens inside collaterals of their wrapped NFT assets. And the thing that we are working now, and we understand from the feedback from game market, that rental mechanics are very important now, so that we can launch a big secondary market. The main selling point of our protocol is that we can offer non-pledge rental. So now users have to pay funds for pledge to take an asset for several days to play. For example, we got a race car which costs 10k USDT. So to take it to play for 2 days can cost, for example, 100 USDT, but before this, we have to pledge this 10K. So the thing is that if the user who took for rent can forget about it, and then he loses his pledge, and the person who gave it can maybe didn't even intend to sell it. But in that case, we got two losers, losing parties, who one got money but lost his asset, and second lost his money and got this asset. Maybe he just won for 2 days. In our protocol, we can wrap an asset, set up time locks and fees paid to an owner by a rentee. And this is all automated, so the wrapped NFT can be sold or put inside DeFi and wrapped one more time. So when time of rental ends, the protocol initiates a return back of this asset. According to this, there's one more implementation for royalties. Now, when we got competitions, for example, in races or Axie, we need to split prize funds. And now it's can be executed decentralized way, but due to our protocol, we can make it decentralized way. The simplest mechanic looks like when we got a rented car, it wins the prize in the race, and then we integrate with smart contract of a game. The game drops price assets inside this collateral of this race car, and our protocol split this price between owner and rentee of this race car, for example. And here we got one more interesting use case here in the whole gamify market.
Excellent answer. Nick, from your permission, we got a lot of questions in our live chat. So thank you very much, audience, for your questions on live chat and Twitter. You are awesome, and we need to answer because we have 60 minutes for AMA. Nick, the questions, guys, are regarding not only ENVELOP, but regarding Harmony too. So I would love you both ask if the question will be concerning both of you. I will be directing the question for Nick or for Alexander. Let's start with the first question. Karina Red asks, tell more about ENVELOP and Harmony together. And other guys are asking about, for example, can you tell me how these technologies can be used in Harmony protocol? So question regarding usage Harmony and ENVELOP. We've already answered that. Let's answer again how ENVELOP may be used with Harmony. Let's start with Alexander. Alexander, a question for you. How Harmony may be used in ENVELOP, and Nick, the answer, the question is for you. How ENVELOP may be used with Harmony. Give us your core professionals' visions. Okay? Is that good? Excellent. Nice. Alexander, how Harmony may be used and will be used. We are very proud of that. Yeah, sure.
So as I previously said, we plan to expand usage of NFTs and give more functionality. At current stage, it's more about marketplaces and game projects. So in Harmony, for every project, we can offer our solutions because Harmony is EVM compatible. So for now, it's will take a long time for us to implement on Harmony and then integrate with projects who want to be stand in the role of competitors on the market. And to start this movement, also we are discussing the possibility of planning a hackathon with Harmony to attract more dev teams, because we give tools and we, by our team, create several first implementations. But now there is becoming a real big pipeline of projects, and our tech team can't afford every implementation. So if we, for example, attract new teams who will implement these solutions, it would be great. And because due to our SuperDAO concept, we can also initiate financial solutions to get benefits from for any dev team to get paid for such developments and to get part of incomes of ENVELOP DAO.
Excellent. So, any questions for you? How do you think ENVELOP may be utilized in a Harmony with a Harmony protocol?
Actually, as ENVELOP, we also see the potential in cross-chain solutions right now. This is the future, anyway. And we do really love that ENVELOP follow this way. And this Harmony is layer one that supports NFT, that supports DeFi, just ENVELOP can, and EVM layer one protocol, ENVELOP can integrate it. Other aspect of this is there are a variety of projects are already built in Harmony, just NFT marketplaces, like one of the audience means by ENVELOP on their website, and DeFi not DeFi, but play to earn games on Harmony are implemented. So just for ENVELOP is the way to the gateway to another ecosystem of EVM compatible layer 2 solutions that can be integrated to this platform too. And as Alex mentioned, we are in discussion right now, we are looking for future cooperation, and this is amazing. Thank you for this question, guys.
Excellent, guys. So Vlad Kozak, we've already answered on your question, how ENVELOP will integrate Harmony exactly. So let's not ask about integration of Harmony and ENVELOP anymore, because we've already answered on this aspect. So let's go further. Martin Green asked a general question. What are the purposes and benefits of the formation of this company? He means ENVELOP. Why did you guys create ENVELOP? And what's the difference from other? Alexander, please, core essence of ENVELOP. Why did you create ENVELOP? Why?
So the main why goes from bear market of 2018 and 2019, which we survived, everybody, with great losses. And so we saw that NFTs were coming on the hype during fall of 2020. And we were discussing ideas for the product. And the main idea was hedging users. That's why appeared the idea of collateral, which can be formed inside an asset and be as a floor price of this asset and grow on every transaction made. So not to let the last owner to be the last fool who bought for the biggest amount of funds and then lost everything. But so he can be insured for this, I can unburn some inside. And then we began dig more deeply into the concept, and then appeared the solution of protocol, Oracle, and index. This component will give us great functionality in cross-chain terms, because we will not build any bridges or any other like solutions. We will create these cross-chain mechanics through wrapped NFTs. So to say simpler, so the when we need NFT in another chain, on one chain we freeze it, on another chain we emit it, and all this is controlled by Oracle. And when we need to get the NFT from the first chain, it can be unlocked till the NFT from the second chain is burned. So, for example, this second NFT serves like a key to get this liquidity or an item. Then we began diving more deeply into this, and we decided that we saw that there's possibility to create tokenization of payment channels, roll-ups, I mean, and we saw confirmation of this idea in this September. It was written in Twitter by Vitalik Buterin, because they also looking in this way and see some problems, where we can all offer some solutions to this. Now we try to communicate with Web3 Foundation and Ethereum Foundation to force this concept. And as we are to hedge users, especially the thing that need hedging the most is the derivatives, which we saw that there can be great disasters from this, which happened in 2008 and during the crisis. So the kind of final point can be creation of decentralized secure derivatives where collateral will serve like a basis for the next derivative. And if we plan to emit one more derivative, we need to ensure it by this collateral. And these derivatives, of course, will be a cross-chain. So I know how short it was, but these are main good points of our vision in the next 1 or 2 years and where we're moving.
Excellent. So I would add that the main general purpose of ENVELOP, like I understand it, is to make NFTs more predictable in the price decisions making, and moreover to give a new unique tool, ultimate tool for the market. You wrap everything in your NFT and use this NFT as whatever you like. So let's go further. We've got more than 1,500 people watching us right now. This awesome, guys. Thank you very much. That's a success of ENVELOP. So continue. Mr. Z asks an excellent question. Tell more about customers of the ENVELOP and the most common use case. Alexandra, we didn't talk about use cases and customers. Please pay attention on who will use or who is being used. Is using developers now, who will be using customers, target audiences of the solution?
Mainly we focus on B2B solutions. Because we are kind of under radar tool. I'll say from implementations which we have made, it was about event organizers. So, for example, now when we held an online event or a metaverse event, we can send to visitors NFTs with assets of sponsors inside it. So we did it for CGC1 in September, and then to WOW Summit in Dubai, we also created such solution. So it's kind of a plug-and-play tool for any event organizers. Secondly, we are now finishing integration into NFT Stars. It will be the first marketplace to implement ENVELOP solutions to their users. We'll start with simple wrapping mechanics with assets. So I previously mentioned all benefits it will give to as a marketplace and to its visitors. Secondly, we are focusing on gamify and play-to-earn games. Every play-to-earn game, every marketplace of game devices, or any marketplace of rental devices can be our client. Now we are executing the first implementations or digital. They have their own metaverse with game items and marketplace for these game items, especially rentals. And they also give us good insights in problems in current state of the market. So that's why they were really interested to implement non-pledge solution. Also, as you know, Animoca brands also joined partners of our project and supported us in private round. We we are to offer a democratic system, all our solutions to be integrated into their games. So now we are in close discussions of the most valuable use cases to be implemented first in several projects. The first, I can name the first one to be implemented will be Limpo. We are now working with, on the scenario of implementation. So they will use our wrapping solution into their minting platform to give more functionality to these game cards. Then if you say about other implementation, it can be project which focuses on NFT for sports. We are partnering with Block Sports, and also I can enrich these game cards or sport games connected or magic sport games, kind of that. This is what we can say about current stage of B2B. If we focus on B2C, it can be any creator of NFT, any owner of NFT who wants to make his NFT more desirable for the market, because wrapped NFT can be easily tradable on current marketplaces. The only thing that is if a user chooses that it will have replenishing collateral and he chooses the token from the list, we got a whitelist in our D app. So he needs to select something popular that any other buyer or seller will have it on his account, not to cause a problem to buy such a token. Also, we created a concept of launchpad via the NFTs. We did it for our own tokens before the IDO. So we sold some of our ERC20 tokens locked inside these wrapped NFTs with time locks to our users. Also, we sold some portion of tokens to our private investors, one of the last. So they really like this solution. So the first one to get it was Vladislav Martinov from Ethereum Foundation. He really enjoyed this solution because it gives a real flexibility to an investor when he gets wrapped NFT with assets, which is can be tradable on OTC market with no difficulty. So he owns these tokens, and for example, when comes a situation when he lacks of liquidity or he thinks that is the best point or selling point for these tokens, he can make a deal on OTC market. So any other user also can do this. I mean, retail users, for example, who bought our wrapped NFT tokens. If we move, for example, in a year or further, we see that our solution can be implemented by liquidity providers. DEXs as wrapped NFT can be a good vehicle to transfer liquidity from chain to chain, to tokenize payment channels, or for example, even to organize a kind of a marketplace for liquidity or marketplace for wrapped derivatives and so on. So there's a real big scope of possible users. So that's why we are building a bunch of tools which can be easily implemented, and that's why our team can't afford all implementations. We can execute first cases, and even we can't imagine new implementations, because when we talk to any other new partner, they offer us new solutions. From one interesting point from OTC dealers. They said that this wrapped NFT can be a psychological cure for nervous traders. They can wrap their tokens inside, set time lock for a bullish market like now for a year. For example, if they saw it in 2020, they wrap their assets inside this NFT, they can sell it, they can use it to get funds from DeFi projects and so on, but they can't sell their tokens not on optimal prices. So there were much of more use cases you can imagine.
Excellent, excellent. So guys, I would love to tell you a fantastic news. More than 3,500 people are watching us right now. This is success. That's a rocket. That's an amazing thing. I'm so crazy. I don't know how, why does it work, but this works. This means that ENVELOP decision, Harmony decision, it's a great solution to talk together. So from Alexander permission, I would love to ask Nick, because a couple of questions in chat are for Harmony, and people ask, what's the history of Harmony name? Why Harmony? How to get Harmony's grant? And for what purposes Harmony blockchain is most useful for? Nick, may you, from Alexander Permission, answer on this core question about Harmony?
Actually, yes. Let's start with the Harmony, with the name of Harmony, guys. And you know, this story started in 2018 when people from Silicon Valley, people like Steven Tse, Nick White, the Hildy One, and others now and founders of the project, they said the specific meetings every Friday in Steven's garage, and they decided to create something really.
We got some technical issues with Nick. We hope he will be returning to us soon. Nick, if you are okay, or please reconnect. He's on Cyprus now, maybe the connection glitches. So, Alexander, let's go further while we are waiting for Nick's answers. A lot of questions we have. Been fast being you. Thank you for super active participation. Thank you for your questions. People ask Sashi about the ENVELOP market, ENVELOP roadmap milestones, where ENVELOP is now, what milestones he has already passed successfully, and what are the core milestones in the, let's say, upcoming year 2022.
So in this year, we passed through first launch of alpha version of our protocol. Then we passed through IDO. Now we launched our protocol and the app in beta version in Ethereum chain, Binance Smart Chain, and Polygon. Also, we are now in Avalanche testnet. I think we'll also in nearest future, maybe closer to the end of this year, can implement this chain as well. One more, and maybe the most important milestone in this year is MVP of Oracle, because it's a very important solution for our cross-chain mechanics, and also to give users one of the main purposes of Oracle is to give a kind of scoring and anti-fraud system to any user. For example, if we imagine that we can have multiple assets inside wrapped NFTs, now they're limited by 25 assets, but in future, I think can be hundreds of assets inside, and for the user to understand how valuable each wrapped NFT is, it will be a hard task to do it manually, but due to Oracle, it will be really easy. And also it will score it not just by the value, but also by the quality and kind of safety of these assets inside. Through the next year, we plan to launch alpha of Oracle in the winter, and closer to spring will be Oracle in beta. During summer, we'll execute index in alpha, and closer to next fall, we'll get from all three components together in alpha version, and then we'll test it. I mean, protocol, Oracle, and index. And there also we can see realization of tokenization of payment channels, even maybe creation of decentralized security derivatives. So these are my key points through next year. And of course, it will all be supported by implementations and integrations in different projects. So we pull hard on BizDev to get more partners on board, and we focus on partners with ecosystems to get good outreach on the projects and easier integration.
Yeah, since we've lost Nick, we hope he's connecting to us here. But if he won't be connected, we got a lot of questions for. Oh, Nick's going to us. Okay, so the next question: people are interested about marketing of ENVELOP. Which marketing mechanics or strategics ENVELOP is planning to use? And especially Gore asks about, why do you guys do hackathons? Is that really needed? Hackathons, is the hackathon, I know you're planning a hackathon in the beginning of the 2022. Tell us more about hackathon, like a part of the great ENVELOP marketing strategy.
For us, the main point of marketing and integration into the market is partnership with projects and integration into them. As I mentioned, practically every project using NFTSY or any DeFi project even can implement our protocol. So we need to attract dev teams and devs and new use cases to be created for our protocol. And then we need to multiply these cases horizontally in, for example, game sector, the marketplace sector, and so on. So our main team plans to move vertically, so to create first maybe several first cases to create good documentation for these cases and let other teams to realize these cases. For that, we created a concept of micro-DAOs. So any new use case can be a micro-DAO, and every supporters, holders of our token can vote for creation of such a case by their tokens. So they will share spends and incomes from every case. So we are now calculating economic for creation of each case on according to our first implementations. If we say, for example, about further implementations, we plan to make more than 100 implementations through next year. And also the MicroDAO structure will let us let our users to vote by their NIFTSY tokens, not only just for each project, but maybe for a sector, for example, marketplaces, games, DeFi projects who implemented ENVELOP and get shared income from them. So I think that's the main point why we are starting hackathon now, just in early stages, but we really lack of developers to move faster into integrations.
Excellent, thank you. Nix is already with us again. Nix, we hope you won't be disappearing anymore because the questions are already even for you. But let me first ask you about a question from about the economic or tokenomics of ENVELOP. Can I know more about ENVELOP's tokenomics and what are the benefits of investing in ENVELOP? First of all, Sasha, is it possible to invest in ENVELOP now? Where can people who wish to buy ENVELOP tokens, which were on IDO, sold on IDO, what are the benefits and about tokenomics, the core things about tokenomics. And guys, please do read the documents of ENVELOP. It's a lot of documents, a great chat, a great wiki documentation. So ask the question personally addressed to fathers, which are not answered before. So Sasha, please proceed about tokenomics and the benefits.
So as for tokenomics, we got fixed supply in all chains. It is 500 million NIFTSY tokens, and there never will be more NIFTSY tokens. Now we are tradable on Gates.io, ZB.com, and IAX. 3 exchanges also. We are on indexes in Ethereum chain, Binance Smart Chain, it's Pancake, and QuickSwap. There's not a big liquidity there, but at the moment it will increase through the process of integrations into different projects. So the main idea why to motivate users to hold and stake our tokens, the one thing is staking launched via wrapped NFTs. It's on our website. This farming is possible to farm tokens. Is possible to stake your tokens for 6, 12, or 18 months, and then you get a kind of wrapped NFT, which can be used to harvest your additional income inside. And as the main advantage of this wrapped NFTs is that you can sell your right of staking or farming to any other user on OTC market. So it's one more option. If we compare it with current situation on farming, when you stake your tokens and you can't make anything with them. But due to our solution, you own this wrapped NFT, which can be easily tradable as any other simple NFT. And you just not trade the stake you have made, but also your future incomes, which can be generated by this wrapped NFT. And one more selling point is that the concept of micro-DAO. Now on the market, you can get APIs of different projects, sometimes thousands of percents per year, but it's the problem was inflation there. But so that's why we gave an option of micro-DAO when you can vote for each integration, each case, or each sector, and get incomes which is generated by ENVELOP integrated in these projects. We work with B2B solutions on revenue sharing model and staking of our tokens. So it's a kind of on every situation, it's kind of a new one, and we make kind of a mix of staking and revenue sharing. So when we generate profits, the DAO generate profits. When you stake your NIFTSY tokens into this micro-DAO, you got income according to your share that you have staked. So this is the main point for long-term holders.
Excellent. So this is the answer about the staking tokens. Thank you for the answer, because guys asking, can we stake tokens? And you've already answered. So from your permission, Alexander, couple of questions for Nick from Harmony, because people love Harmony too. That's a real fact. So they asks, Fear asks, how Harmony plans to expand its activity. May you tell us, Nick, the story about expansion of Harmony?
Actually, guys, you should know that there is a big problem for scalability for Ethereum right now, yes? And when Harmony was on its origin, it was everything related how to resolve this problem. And probably, guys, you know that Harmony is the first proof of stake sharding blockchain. So this technology allows us to resolve this scaling solution very fast and very simple. I can say that not our shards are active right now, but in the beginning of 2022, we are going to make them all the 4 shards 100 functional, and this will increase the scalability possibilities for us. This is in terms of technology, but in terms of cooperation with the outer community, Harmony in May 2021 decided to go the way DAO. This is a very hot topic right now, and Harmony allows everyone to join the already existed DAO or to set up their own DAO to engage. For instance, if it's going to be a social DAO, you can engage your local community and cooperate with Harmony. Just if you guys know once more, just reach me on Telegram, for instance, or just after this stream, and I can share some more useful links. Hope I answered your question, guys. Thanks for this amazing question.
Yeah, thank you, Nick, for this amazing answer. You know, guys, I would love to share my idea, because this is a very good idea to make a stream with the 2 completely fundamental solutions. Harmony from the one side, ENVELOP from the other side. These solutions both are mind-blowing, even to imagine how many use cases or how many answers on good question we may get from your heads. So I've got good news. Once again, almost 6,000 people, exactly 5,600 or 5,600 people are watching us right now. That's a rocking success, guys. I never seen such an incredible success of AMA session. Thanks for our marketing team, and thanks for you guys for your watching. Thanks, speakers, for answering. We got 14 minutes till the end of our session, so a lot of questions. Let me choose, and the ultimate champion question is Guy. I hope I read his name exactly. He's Pinfaspino. I don't know, is he a man or a lady, but he's absolute champion. He asked More than 20 questions as I see. Question are very professional. Let me choose one of the great questions from him. Let me give me. Oh, sorry. Before I'll do the question from Karina. Excellent. Alexander, how to make a wrapping of the NFT via envelope? The main mechanics. How to wrap or make a wrap or wrap something and wrap NFT.
So you can go to our website. So you can type app.envelope.is. So then you go to our the app for B2C users, and then you connect your MetaMask. To wrap the NFT, you need to choose this NFT. So you need to input the number of smart contract and ID of this NFT, and then you see the preview of uploaded NFT, and then you select which collateral you will form and from what tokens it will be formed. Then on second step, you select what amount of tokens will be taken on every transaction and put inside this collateral to let this collateral grow on every transaction. Then you can adjust royalties to be paid. They named fees there. So this percent of the portion of tokens which will be put in collateral will be paid to you. For example, you set up that on every transaction, our protocol will charge from a seller 100 USDT, and you said that 20% fees as royalties will be transferred to you. So 80 will go inside collateral, and thus the price of the NFT will grow, and 20 will go to you as the royalty. Then you can set up locks, now available locks on time, for example, year, 2 years, 5 years, and lock on value in these tokens. For example, you can set up that the value of this NFT of the collateral should increase 100,000 USDT. And in that case, it will be possible to unwrap this NFT and get all the assets collected and put in the collateral during the processes of trades. For example, after that, or you can just say that after 1 year, it will be possible to unwrap this NFT. These are current simplest mechanics. We are now working on concepts of multi-wrappings, setting multi-royalties, and adding more tokens inside these NFTs. So that's it.
Excellent. Couple questions from our champion Binfas Binu about communities. He understands well that the project success is due to community, and ENVELOP pays a lot of attention to create a community. And now, as for me, ENVELOP team have created the great English-speaking community, but Binfas asks, how do you plan to spread awareness about your project in different countries where English is not spoken well? And about community, do you plan to create communities in different have you considered to create different local communities with multiple languages besides of English and Russian? I know you do have plans, so Sasha, share please your plans about multiple.
Yeah, of course, we got these plans, and except English community, we also created Russian-speaking community as well. It's as our native one, and Chinese-speaking community, which is also in Telegram and WeChat. There are groups. So they are really active. If you say about further expansion in different regions, I think that next could be a Spanish community, because we see that Latin America is real good development into crypto space, and Spanish is one of the most popular languages. So, for example, if we cover English, Chinese, and Spanish communities, I think we'll cover 70% of crypto audience at first steps. I think it will be our main 3 focuses through next year.
Excellent. The great question from Don about DAO. We all know that ENVELOP is the super DAO, which consists of 3 micro DAOs. The first micro DAO is Token, the second micro DAO is Oracle, and the third micro DAO is Index. And these 3 micro DAOs both are forming the super DAO ENVELOP. And Don asks, when ENVELOP launch an MVP of DAO? Do you understand question, Alexander? May I answer?
Yeah. First concept of DAO, not null for components, I think could be launched closer or during this winter. And if we say about complete DAO of all the three components, with DAO kind of a governance and solution makings and decisions, it could be launched to the next fall, the fall of 2022, when protocol will be ready in product version, Oracle in minimum beta, and index minimum in alpha. So I think that in the terms of a year, we can launch this on full scale. Nick got additional.
Nick, please add. I see your raising hand.
Yeah, just to continue this question, Alex, are you going to use kind of, maybe in your plans, there are kind of frameworks for creating DAOs, these micro DAOs in the concept of the super DAO or something like this? Or this is going to be implemented directly on the ENVELOP platform?
So we are just working on this, selecting different solutions. At first stage, maybe we'll create by our own, but we got different partners who help to create DAOs. Maybe we will implement some ready solutions. It's just in the process. We started this process. We just now creating a kind of a concept of functionality of this DAO, economics of this DAO, solutions to be made in this DAO, and decisions taken.
Thank you.
Okay, theoretical part now.
Another great question from Pinfeld. Do you guys in ENVELOP have plan B if there is a recession now, if crypto winter suddenly comes and everyone starts to sell tokens and exit the project? And I know you do have, explain what is the solution for not exiting the tokens. They are locked.
For us, maybe it can even be a check for our model of insuring NFTs by forming collaterals inside, as we plan to work with any projects on revenue share model. So we will be able to generate income, maybe not such a big. For example, if the income is generated into projects tokens, I mean our partners, like now, but also it will generate passive income for the market. And I think we even can increase the API on our staking when the market will fall. So for us, even it can be better. We also understand that the price of our token can fall on the market because nobody can stand if the whole market falls. But we are looking in the long term, and so this situation not desirable, but it can show our concepts in work. So we are ready for that. And also, if you we are thinking about funds, so we are enough funded to execute even if everything dumps tomorrow, for example.
Excellent. So we've been running our live stream of the MA session for 55 minutes already. This means that we got 5 minutes before we will have ended. So, guys, I would love to ask you to say some closing remarks. And by the way, Sasha didn't ask Harmony Nick before because Nick opened our session. And Sasha, maybe you have some questions to Nick, to Harmony. If you do have, please ask now, and we will be closing.
So the main question is like to promote some projects in Harmony ecosystem who could be the first ones to implement ENVELOP solutions, just to work out the best scenarios while we are integrating into Harmony. So it will be kind of the main question for us as a priority.
Alex, I hope I write you correctly right now. So you mean just for me to introduce good projects, define NFT marketplaces, and all the projects that can be covered by your audience section on the site, yes, to you, yeah? This is right?
Yeah, in Harmony ecosystem. So as it's even compatible, we described it with our CTO, so he sees not a big problem to be implemented into Harmony. So so there should be the reason to implement the Harmony, not just to make it for, hey guys, we own Harmony, haha, but just to implement it your ecosystem and projects on Harmony.
Yeah, actually, we have a few very expressive, and you will be impressed with them. Uh, I hope I can and I will introduce them to you and to your team directly in our working chat. But thanks for this question, and it's noted. I know what you are looking for from Harmony just currently, and I'm happy that we can supply this for you for Envelope. Thank you for the question, Alex.
Excellent,
Great.
guys. We almost come to the end. More than up to 6,500 people have watched us already for this time. This is an amazing, amazing, rocking success. Give greetings for all you guys. Greetings for our audience. Thank you very much, our lovely audience, for your questions, and our promoters will provide us with your prizes. I know you are waiting for the prizes for your great questions. Of course, we have answered all the questions, but we will try in our Telegram chat. So please feel free to join our Telegram chat in English and ask all the questions there. Reach our Medium, subscribe on our YouTube channel, because we're planning to do these such an AMA sessions with core members of the ENVELOP team on a weekly basis, and even more oftenly. So you will be having great content, great opportunities to ask everything in Telegram chat and online and so on and so forth. So guys, we've almost come to the end. So final remarks and final call to actions from you. 6,000 people are watching us now. Please, Alexander and Nick, make all the call to actions, all you didn't say before, to our lovely audience. The final remarks.
So for me, from my side, it will be just to join our community, to participate in our DAO, offer new use cases where we can implement, to participate when we launch micro DAOs, first implementations, and to test mechanics we offer, like wrapped NFT launchpads, farming via or wrapped NFTs, wrap your own NFTs, try new functionality. So NFT is much more rich in functionality that we see now on the market. It's maybe 5% of their real possibilities.
Excellent, Nick. And your closing remarks and final call to actions and final words in the end of today's AMA session to the audience from Harmony.
Yeah, first of all, thanks to Alexander and to you, Evgeny, for this amazing event. The great thanks to our community who has joined us and stayed with us for this time. And actually, guys, I want to mention that the technology is changing our lives right now. And NFT is one of the hot trends. Not only, but it's one of the hot trends. And I suggest you to join any resource, whether it's ENVELOP, whether it's Harmony, or probably you will find another third-party resource related to NFT or something like this. Try to dig this information, try to find something new, something beneficial for yourself. If you have any personal question, you can reach me simply on Telegram or any other, just like nv.rudao.1 and I'm really happy to be at this event, and thanks everyone for being listening to me.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. So I will remind that Alexander Shedogubov from ENVELOP, the CEO co-founder of ENVELOP, and Nick from Harmony.1, Harmony Protocol, were our guests today. More than 6,000 people have already watched our live stream AMA session. This is incredible. Thank you, our audience. Do not forget to subscribe on the YouTube channel of ENVELOP, to join Telegram chat ENVELOP, to join ENVELOP's DAO, and to follow ENVELOP everywhere you would love to, in the Medium, on Twitter. And don't forget to follow the Harmony.1 website, if I'm not mistaken, Nick, right? It's easy to find all these guys, all this team who have been building a Web 3.0 infrastructure for all our success. Stay tuned for the next AMA sessions with ENVELOP and other great partners of ENVELOP. So, guys and audience, bye-bye. Have a good day, good evening, wherever you are now and the part of the planet Earth. Bye-bye. See you on the next live streams. Bye.